How's it going, everybody? Desir here. We have our round 1 matchup for the new week of Cosmic Crucible. Today we are going against Black Mamba, and I do have Odin for this, so he is on defense. So I do feel I have a little bit of wiggle room as far as making mistakes. Hopefully I don't need to lean on that though. Let's go ahead and check out Black Mamba's TCP and defense so that way we can see what we're going against. Black Mamba is 98 million TCPs. This is going to be a little bit of a punchdown. They don't have Odin, so I don't have to worry about that aspect of the matchup. Let's go ahead and check out the defenses now. For stage 1, they have the Hive Mind with Black Knight. For stage 2, they have their Out of Time with Quicksilver. For stage 3, they have their Annihilators, Super Skrull, and Vahl. Now there is no gore in this one, so that is going to make it a little bit easier when I use my Mercs for money as the counter. For stage 4, they have their Spider Society with Mephisto. For stage 5, they have their X-Treme X-Men with Rogue. And for stage 6, they have the full Orchis team on display here. Let's go ahead and start the attacks. For stage 1, we're going to end up using our Cabal team with Archangel and Lizard. This has turned into one of my favorite counters for this room, especially for the teams that it keeps seeing in here. As far as ISOs go, we have everybody as a striker, however Lizard is staying that raider. Lizard's going to go first, ult, get several crits, and that's going to get us moving. Lizard will be going first in this matchup. We're going to stay targeted on the Black Knight and use the ultimate. That's going to strip all the positive effects away, and we're going to get several crits, so that way the Cabal team can start moving. The striker hits are already coming in display, and we can see we did a lot of damage on that Black Knight immediately. For Iron Patriot's turn, we're going to stay targeted on that Black Knight and use the special. This is going to call all the striker hits in, and we do get the kill on the Black Knight, and Archangel is going to start rewinding the enemy. Namor goes, we use the ultimate, and we end up wiping the entire team out. This was a very easy matchup. For stage 3, we're going to use our Mercs for money, Apocalypse, and Ultimus. Now, as I mentioned, there is no gore here. Gore does throw a usual counter into this team, because if Gore ends up getting that turn off, he will basically remove that revive once from Old Man Logan, and that could actually start hurting our chances of getting the victory. Due to Apocalypse removing the safeguard on spawn, Ultimus will be able to go first, and we're going to use that ultimate into the Ultimus. That was able to flip all those positive effects into negative effects. For Old Man Logan's turn, we're going to end up targeting the enemy Vahl and using this special. That's going to put the stun on Vahl, and we don't have to worry about another exposed mechanic coming out on the field. Old Man Logan's turn does come back up. We're going to stay targeted on the Vahl and use the ultimate. That's going to do massive damage to the enemy team and get a lot of bleeds out there. For Deadpool's turn, we're going to target the Ultimus and use the ultimate, and that does end up getting the stun on him. For Panda Bull's turn, we're going to target the Super Skrull and use the ultimate. That's going to call the Wolverine Assistant and do some extra damage to him. For Wolverine's turn, we're going to use the special into the Super Skrull, so we do get the trauma stun on him. Wolverine's going to use the ultimate into the Super Skrull because that vulnerable, we're going to get an extra ISO hit into him. So this is an interesting move here. Deadpool's going to stay targeted on the Super Skrull, use the special, and he's going to kill the Gladiator. The assists, though, are going to still come in on that Super Skrull, so we get the kill on him. Now we have an easy cleanup on the Thanos endgame. For stage 5, we're going to use our Superior 6, Vulture, and Mysterio into this X-Treme X-Men Rogue comp. Now, K-Dog actually mentioned this out in one of my comments, so thank you again for bringing that up to me. Mysterio's going to make it to where I don't have to worry about the immunities, Vulture's going to be able to remove that speed up, and this is a great team to invest in war anyways, so having the added benefit of Cosmic Crucible gives it that much extra value. Vulture will be going first in this matchup. We're going to end up targeting the Gambit and using the special. That's going to put slows on Rogue, Gambit, and Nightcrawler. Now because the vulnerable is on the Gambit, I'm going to end up using the ultimate from Green Goblin Classic into the Gambit. For Kraven's turn, we're going to target the enemy Forge and use the special. That's going to get the ability block on him. For Doc Ock's turn, we're going to use the special, and it's going to get the Shocker summoned out on the field. Now we are currently targeted on the Rogue, so we are still going to end up using that Mysterio special into the Rogue. That's going to get blinds out on the enemy, and the ability block on the Rogue. For Shocker's turn, we're going to end up using the special. That's going to get offense up on everybody. Now this here was a mistake on my part. I've misjudged how low the Cyclops was. So I used Vulture's ultimate. I do end up killing the Cyclops and not the Forge. So this is going to speed up the Forge. He's going to use the ultimate to bring Cyclops back and put several buffs on the enemy team. What I should have done there was actually use Vulture's basic into the Forge as opposed to that ultimate. So that was a huge misplay. So Green Goblin Classic's turn does come back. We're going to use that special into the Forge. We do a nice turn meter rewind and actually get the kill on him using that Striker attack. Kraven's going to use the ultimate. The enemy did have all those evades up, but we were able to knock those off. Doc Ock's going to use the ultimate to extend all those negative effects. And right here, Gambit does end up getting his ultimate off. So I'm in a pretty bad situation right now. Vulture's currently stuck on the Rogue, so we're going to use the basic into the Rogue. Mysterio ends up using the ultimate, but those did end up getting dodged. Rogue does end up getting her special off. Luckily that was targeted on the Mysterio dupe. Green Goblin Classic's turn comes up. We use the basic into the Rogue, and the Striker attack does end up taking her out. So I am recovering a little bit, but this is a very sloppy hit right now. So we were able to get rid of the Nightcrawler. We're going to end up using Green Goblin Classic's special into the Cyclops because he is about to ult. We do get the kill on him. So right now we have a lot of Mysterio dupes and Green Goblin Classic to try to take out the Gambit. And it does get to Green Goblin Classic's turn. We end up using the basic. He is hanging on by a thread, but we do end up getting this pulled off. For stage 6, we're going to end up trying to use our Hive Mind with Nick Fury into this. It goes sideways very quickly. The main reason for that is they end up taking out Nick Fury before he gets a turn off, so I'm just going to let this play out so you can see what happens for the turn order. Because we pulled all of those abilities off, we're going to end up using our new warriors with Guardian. Because of the Sentinel bots being on the field, we hopefully can feed off of that to get our pings, and hopefully we can control this team enough to where we can get the victory. So we do get to go first, and unfortunately Gwenpool is not starting this match off because she got the slow from the Scientist Supreme right off the bat. Firestar's going to end up using the special into this Sentinel bot so we can flip some of those positive effects into negative effects. For Cloak's turn, I end up staying targeted on the Lady Deathstrike and I used the ultimate. We were able to kill one of the bots, so we do get a ping right off the bat. For Gwenpool's turn, I do opt to use the special first into the Omega Sentinel, so we were able to flip all of the positive effects into negative effects on the field right now. Lady Deathstrike does end up doing the special into the Cloak, and luckily the dodges were able to save us. For Guardian's turn, we use the ultimate to get the stun into the Omega Sentinel, and Gwenpool's going to end up using the ultimate, so we do get 2 permakills, which is very important in this matchup, in Nimrod and Omega Sentinel. For Firestar's turn, I end up using the ultimate into the Lady Deathstrike, and we were able to get some negative effects thrown out there. For Deathpool's turn, we end up using the ultimate to get the permakill on the Scientist Supreme. And right here, Lady Deathstrike ends up getting her ultimate off and taking out 2 of our high value characters already. So right now, we're in a pretty bad situation. However, we did make it to where a follow-up attack is going to be a lot easier to take care of now because we got rid of 3 of these Orchis members. For the cleanup in here, we're just going to use our full Masters of Evil team. We should be able to get ahead of this and have a very easy kill on this team. Titania will be going first. We're going to target the Lady Deathstrike and use the ultimate. That does end up getting the crit, so we got the vulnerable on her. For Kang's turn, we're going to stay targeted on Lady Deathstrike and do the special. That takes out the Sentinel and we get the extra ISO hit into the Lady Deathstrike. Now we're going to have a very easy kill on the Lady Deathstrike and that remaining Sentinel bot. For stage 4, we're going to do our double sack method into the Spider Society with Mephisto. We're initially going to go in with our Infinity Watch, we're going to follow that up with our Bifrost with Silver Surfer, and we're going to get the kill using our Secret Defenders with Eternals. The Spider-Man War actually makes this a little bit more difficult because he has a chance to do some massive damage right off the bat. Miss Marvel Harlite goes next. We're going to target the Spider-Man Noir and use the ultimate so we can do a turn meter rewind to Mephisto, Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Man Pavitra. Black Cat uses the special into Peter B. Parker, so we do get the trauma stun on him. Ghost Rider Robbie uses the special on the Spider-Man Pavitra to get the ability block on him. For Icarus's turn, we use the ultimate. That's able to do a turn meter rewind and flip all those positive effects into negative effects. Cersei's going to target Mephisto and use the ultimate. That's going to get the vulnerable on him, along with another turn meter rewind. Ghost Rider Robbie uses the ultimate into the Mephisto, and we do end up getting the striker hit into him as well. For Black Cat, we use the ultimate into Mephisto. We do end up getting the kill on him. Ghost Rider Robbie uses the basic into the Spider-Man Noir, and the chain attack does end up taking out the Pavitra. Black Cat's going to use the basic into the Peter B. Parker, And Icarus is going to finish that up by using the special. Now we have a very easy cleanup into the Penny and Spider-Man Noir. For our Stage 2 matchup, we're going to end up using our Tangled Web, Kestrel, Ironman Infinity War, and Nova into this out-of-time Quicksilver team. Our 2099 will be going first. We're going to target the Captain America and use the Ultimate so that way we can get the immunity on him. Spider-Weaver is going to use the Ultimate to get the trauma stun on Quicksilver. And for Nova's turn, we're going to target the Cosmic Ghost Rider and use the special. That way you can get the stun on him, and that ends up getting the kill anyways from the Kestrel ping. Kestrel's going to use the Ultimate into the Captain America. Ironman Infinity War is going to use the special into Captain America, so we can try to get the ability block on him, but that was resisted. We were able to take out the Star Brand though, due to the Kestrel ping. 2099 is going to use the special to get the ability block on Captain America, so he does only have to basic there luckily. Spider-Weaver's turn is up. We're going to use the basic into the Captain America, and we're just going to try to take him down first. For Iron Man Infinity War, we used the Ultimate that does end up killing the Captain America, and now we have a very easy kill on the Peggy Carter. And my opponent was not able to get the full clear on us. We got a victory on here. Black Mamba got a 40,619. We got a 40,553. Most likely it's due to that Odin being on defense because that is game changing. Let's go ahead and check out the defenses so we can see exactly what happened. For Stage 1, we used our Cabal, Archangel, Lizard into that Hive Mind Black Knight. We got an 8369. For Stage 2, we used that Tangled Web, Kestrel, Ironman Infinity War, and Nova into that out-of-time Quicksilver. We got an 8365. For Stage 3, we end up using our Mercs for Money, Apocalypse, Ultimus into the Annihilators, Super Skrull Vahl team. We got an 8358. For Stage 4, we end up doing that double sack method into the Spider Society Mephisto team. We were able to finish that off using our Secret Defenders with the Eternals. We got a 7561. For Stage 5, we end up using our Superior 6 Mysterio Vulture into that Extreme X-Men Rogue. I did have a misplay in there which almost cost us, but we were able to get the one shot. We got an 8344. For Stage 6, we attempted to use our Hive Mind with Nick Fury, which failed miserably for us. We end up using our New Warriors Guardian, and we did some pretty good damage on the Orchis team. We did have to finish this off using our Masters of Evil, which got us a 7556. Now for our defenses. Our opponent ended up using their full Superior 6 team into our Extreme X-Men Rogue Dorm. This got them at 8365. And for Stage 2, our opponents end up using their Marks for Money with Kestrel into our Out of Time team. This got them at 8368. For Stage 3, our opponents end up doing a pretty interesting comp into my Annihilators Vahl Black Knight team, and it almost worked. They used their Apocalypse with Tangled Web, Guardian, and Gore. They were not able to get through my Gladiator and Gore, so they did have to clean that up using the New Warriors. This got them a 7954. For Stage 4, my opponent ended up doing a double sack method into my Spider Society with Mephisto. They followed that up by using their Cabal team with Kang and Ares. This got them a 7567. For Stage 5, this is the room that my opponent could not clear. I have my Illuminati with Odin in here. They initially tried their full Illuminati, they tried adding in Old Man Logan, then they tried adding in Old Man Logan and Sasquatch. They were not able to get anything done. I really wish I could see the replay so I can see what happened here and maybe learn from it myself. And for stage 6, our opponents end up using their Illuminati team versus my Orchis Super Skrull team. This got them at 83-65. Overall, I was very pleased with how my defense performed. Having Odin with the Illuminati in stage 5 kind of seems like a cheat code. Having them in stage 5 also allows it to where I can take advantage of teams in other rooms. So I think this Odin Adi team could be something to be a force of reckoned with. We're going to see how this plays out for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can try to find a counter to this in case we run across it ourselves. But Black Mamba did fantastic. I am very sorry that you had to go against that defense because it looks painful. I just wish I could see what happened there. If you guys did end up enjoying this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.